Hello, everybody. It's June 6th, Monday morning. I'm sitting around waiting for a load. I wanted to go over something. I just seen another video where some people were speaking up more about Obama, who he really is. The thing is, what's hard to believe is so many people can't see who he is. And that's the thing we have to accept. Just like these are the end days. Most people can't see it. Second Thessalonians, okay? It says, chapter 2, verse 3, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first. Alright? And that the man of sin be revealed, okay? Now you gotta remember, the man of sin, he has been revealed. But there's only 5 wise, and 5 foolish, and the rest of the world unaware, and under strong delusion, so that they may be damned. Okay? So we're not going to have a lot of people going, well, he's been revealed, he's been revealed. There's only going to be so many of us that are aware of it. Okay? And we've been over this thing so many times, man. Over it and over it and over it. And we feel like we're not getting our message across. But let me tell you something. There's not a lot of people out there to get it across too. Okay? 5 wise, 5 foolish. That leaves 90%. A lot of people say 5 wise and 5 foolish, so they think that's 50-50. No, it's not. 5 wise are 5%. That's it. Look in the days of Noah, man. Not very many people escaped that either, did they? Not too many people are going to escape this either. Okay, so that's why I say it's all about time to get on board here. Okay, the door is closing and we are leaving. Where it says this, except there come a falling away first. Man, it's not hard to see that the church has even accepted homosexual lifestyle in the church. Obama, he is perverted. He's homosexual. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Those are not his children. He did not have them. That is not a woman that he is married to, but a transsexual, transvestite. Joan Rivers even said it, and she died a week or 2 later. Another perverted homosexual person that had sex with him in his limousine when he was senator, he had even said it, and he died too. It's hard to explain. It's hard to understand why this isn't like on the news, front mainstream news. But you got to remember, there's people that have been ruling this nation, and the devil, Jesus said, is the ruler of this world. So it's not going to get out as much as we want it to. I'm surprised we even get it out on these videos, to tell you the truth, because it's the one thing that God leaves open for us, but that's not going to remain open very much longer. This is coming to an end. Make no doubt about it. I had a dream about Obama. A lot of people have dreams about Obama. Just Google it and say dreams of Obama. And my dream with Obama, he was there smiling. He had that smirky smile on his face, okay? And anyhow, he said that I owed him. And I said, I don't owe you nothing, man. And I said, why did you turn your back on the Lord? And he just kind of smiled, but when he tried to look at me, his eyes would go this way, any which way, but he couldn't look directly at me. He couldn't look at me. And I told you, even in my dream, that's God's protection over me. I know I'm doing exactly what the Lord wants me to do, and I'm not doing this trying to beat up on anybody either. When I call people perverted or whatever, I don't call them what they want to be called, because that's the name they gave themselves when they came out of the closet. And I've always said the reason why they were in the closet was because they were living an abomination to God, man. I mean, man with man, woman with woman. I mean, it's sick, So is cheating on your spouses, okay? Now, I've even talked to people just wanting to see how their feelings were. I said, well, what do you think about this homosexual lifestyle? Do you think it's all right with 2 men, going at it like that with each other? And they said, oh, it's sick. I said, well, what about 2 women? And they said, well, that's not as bad. And I said, really? I said, they're both just as equally sick. It's perverted. It's an abomination to God. And that's the thinking that leads to where we are today. You can't accept part of it and not the other. It just doesn't make sense. That just lets you know the state of mind you're in. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you straight up, man. Everybody used to think about that with two women at the same time. Sexual perversion. It's stinking thinking. Okay, like I said, this world has been groomed for this. What's happening? Not that many people. We've been redeemed, man. This is where we count our blessings and get on board, And as far as these people with their perverted lifestyle, adultery, all that stuff, man, I don't hate them, not one bit, But it's a demonic spirit that's in them, and until they can overcome it, it's gonna destroy them. It leads to death. It's just that simple. All right, now where it says here, for the mystery of iniquity does already work, and only he who now litteth will continue to lit until he be taken out of the way. Jesus is coming. He's going to take you out of the way. Period. End of story. Putting perverted people in the churches, preaching the word of God, I don't even see how that could have even happened, but it has. So the great falling away, yes, it's happened, man. Be sure of it. And a lot of us have already had dreams about who the man of sin is. It's Obama. Listen to his name, Obama. And where's he at? In a nation. Obama nation. Okay, and he slandered the word of God already. A lot of these things are there. It's just people can't put it, it's not spelt exactly the way we would spell it. But that's the way people are. They don't want to believe. They can't hear even resemblance. They can't even see it. But that's the majority of the world, you guys. You just have to accept that, okay? A lot of us have had dreams and visions, and we see exactly what's getting ready to happen. That's what's happening. That's why I told you, I feel a lot of these people that are coming against me on my channel here, on making videos constantly about me, I believe they're perverted people, man. They've been beating every drum there is out there to cause what's going on in the world today. And it's not so much the person themselves that are perverted lifestyle. It's not so much them as they've accepted it. They love it, And that's why God said, because they love the lies, he's going to send them strong delusions so that they may be damned. And all your best wishes for them ain't going to change what God's put on them. If God's put it on them to be damned, they're damned. Make no doubt about it. When he says, come, and he says, enter into thy chambers, you better be in those chambers. Don't be sticking your head out that door to see what's going to happen or what it looks like. It's his wrath that's coming down to punish the inhabitants of the earth. Make no doubt about this. I hate to see what's going to be happening. I'm glad it's over too. But you got to remember, few people are aware of this. Very few. Not too many people are going to escape this, as in the days of Noah. Perverted lifestyle. I mean, have you guys seen any of the videos on their parades that they had? The devil worshiping, all this stuff going on? I mean, what more do you need to see to believe? I don't need to. I don't need to see any more to believe. I know what I'm saying is true. Obama is the abomination. He is the man of perdition. That and he's perverted, and he exalted himself above God and all that is called God. Not only that, he really doesn't like women. He prefers men over women. Make no doubt about it. And that's in the guy that he's with. Michael, that's a guy, not a woman. And those children, one's way taller than the other, man. They don't even look like one another. A lot of people say, oh, I thought they did. No, they don't. And just like when you see people with the red in their hair, Jesus had that crown of thorns put on his head. His hair bled. Blood everywhere. Wonder nobody even picks up on that. I haven't seen anybody even talking about that on the channels. Nowhere. It's like people, that's taboo. Nobody wants to talk about that. You know? I wonder how it is that I picked up on that. That I would know that that's what that's a sign of. That we wrestle not with flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high places. Okay? Now it says, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Now you hear this, listen. And with all deceivableness. In other words, they're going to try everything under the sun to deceive, twist, and pervert. Okay? That they all might be damned who believed not the truth. And it says, okay, and it says, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe the lie, okay? And they might be damned who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in their unrighteousness. Okay? Make no mistake about this, you guys. I got people trying to tell me I need to correct myself and do this and think correctly about this or that. Let me tell you something. I don't even know why you even bother going there, because I know that the Lord called me to do what I'm doing, to share what I'm sharing. Okay? And I also know everything is by the Spirit. And I also know that the Lord is watching over me. I got His hand is protecting me while I do what I do. Okay? And I have been fighting against these demonic spirits for several years. I've been warning people over and over, telling people about this. This is spiritual. And a lot of people just can't let go and want to hang on to this flesh suit that they're in. And they can't understand that these spirits are the ones that are hosting all these people that you see that are living an abomination to God. It's that simple. Okay? And then shall the wicked be revealed. For the mystery of iniquity does already work, and he who now litteth will lit until he be taken out of the way. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy them with the brightness of his coming. You see that sun out there? You see all those chemtrails they're spraying? Oh, it's the ozone. That's why they're spraying all that. What does it say right here? With the brightness of his coming, with the spirit of his mouth, he's going to destroy all these people. With the brightness of his coming. Okay? Unless you want to believe what they want to tell you some more, go believe some more lies, go ahead. Go believe some more lies. Oh, it's the ozone. We're spraying to protect the ozone. A lot of people are going, that's what it is. It's the ozone. It's from all these gas fumes. That's what it is. I say you got very little bit of time. Very little bit of time. And I wouldn't be delaying nothing. Nothing. Look at this, you guys. I don't know about you, but I know what the sky always looked like when I was growing up. And it didn't look like this. And you want to see the brightness of his coming? Let me tell you something. Everything they're doing in those skies. There's the brightness. They're spraying and they're trying to prevent people from seeing what's actually coming. I'm going to tell you, you got very little bit of time. Know this, Obama is the Antichrist. Okay? He was the 6th. Trump is the 7th, but he's going to be for a short time. His time's coming to an end, man. And Obama, he's got offices set up all around there in Washington, man. And this is spiritual. And most of these people got the spirits in them all around the world working with Obama. Why? Because the devil is in them. That's why. They're all doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. Most people just can't see it because they don't want to believe it, okay? And most people are under strong delusion so that they may be damned. Just, you have to come to these terms, you guys. Remember, there's few of us, okay? It's not like there's a whole boatload of people. Most people ain't going to make it. So even on YouTube, don't expect everybody to go your direction. Don't expect them to. They're not going to. You know, a lot of people are choosing to follow whoever it is that they're following, you know. And I'm not going to sit here and try to pinpoint them all out and bash them and talk about them, you know. If you can't see who's got a calling and who don't, you know, I mean, that's up to you. Everybody knows who's who, and they're going to follow who they're going to follow because it's been their destiny from the beginning, you know. But other people out there trying to tell me that I need to change or do something different, listen to me. I know what my calling is, and I know that the Lord called me, and I'm not going to have another person tell me that I need to do something differently, because I'm not going to. I'm going to do exactly what I know what my calling is, and I'm not going to stop doing it. And I've told people many times already before who Obama is. Okay, and I've also said Trump is an illusion. He's just a sign of the end times, too. Trump Pence. What is it, 7 angels? 7 seals, 7 angels with 7, what? Pence. 7 trumpets. Pence. It sounds like it, rhymes like it, but that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be close sounding. For those that have ears to hear, you know, those that can figure it out, it's going to be 7 angels. On the 7th seal, there's going to be 7 angels with 7 trumpets. Okay, we got a Vice President Pence. Trump Pence. You know, like I said, it's not going to be long. The signs, you know, it's just like abomination, Obama, and a nation. You know, it's not too hard to figure out. But for some reason, you guys don't want to believe it, you know. But there's a lot of people out there, listen. These homosexuals are going to constantly keep beating the drums until their death, man, until they be taken out of the way, okay? Because many people have put their children, which are living perverted lifestyle, in higher places, man. When you start having people like that ruling and running nations and stuff like that, leaders and that are above others, this is what you get. This is what you get. You get a more twisted and perverted society. And God's going to come here and destroy it. These days were foretold. He knew it from the beginning, and this is it. I've already told you, man, it's not going to be long. Oh, and another thing, when he does sign that peace agreement, it's not going to be very long. You know, he might sign a 7-year peace agreement, but it ain't going to be 7 years. I promise you that. It'll be like more like maybe a few years, if that. But it's coming to an end. God bless you guys. I love each and every one of you. I hope, pray that you get something out of this message. As with every message, this will probably be my last video today. You guys, just be strong. Just remember, 5 whys, man. We're not going to have a whole lot of people following and believing what we're saying, you know. A lot of people will sit there and, you know, they listen to the church pastors with the prosperity, believing that, you know, that they're blessed with all these things. No, you're not. You're going to be left with all these things, and God's going to take us out of here, and the food's going to stop too. You know, all the things that you kept overlooking, you know, that's what you're going to find out. The things that God takes away from here are going to be the last blessings you guys are going to ever see here, you know. So I hope and pray that you guys get something out of this message with every other message. God bless you.